Hello everyone, my name is Camila Galindo and welcome to my channel. Today I will be talking about what it's like being an essential employee in the midst of this global pandemic. I currently live in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Texas. I will not specify which city I am, but that is the area. According to the Texas Health and Human Services, there are 8,262 reported cases for COVID-19, and there are confirmed 154 fatalities related to COVID-19. And so today I will talk about what it's like working away from home. So I actually am employed at a rather large corporate supermarket. I will not disclose which supermarket I work in because I don't want to get in trouble in case I'm not allowed to do this. I also really need this job, and I really like my job. I really like my coworkers, but it's a big brand name. If you live in Texas, you definitely know what supermarket it is, and if you live in another state, it might go by a different name, I'm pretty sure. But yes, so I'm currently employed as a cashier at this supermarket, and it's been pretty nerve-wracking, I'll say. I feel like the store that I work in has been doing a pretty good job at keeping its associates safe. We are provided with masks, we are also provided with gloves, and they also installed sneeze guards last week, and we also like to enforce the 6 feet apart social distancing criteria as much as we can at the register. I am pretty grateful for the sneeze guard because it's a big plexiglass that's in between me and the customer, so if they're coughing or sneezing or breathing, it's away from me. And that's only really the case at the register. I try to do the best I can to keep myself 6 feet apart from everyone. Some people don't really have it in their head that there's a pandemic, so they'll still go up to you like it's normal, like they'll still get up to you really close to you. Even though I do have a mask, I still want to not risk having someone so close to me. Now, in terms of how we keep the customers safe at the grocery store, we wipe down every cart. I actually did a shift recently where I took this like industrial sanitation liquid. I mean, I got some on my arm, and wow, that stuff is strong. It's really, really strong. Anyway, so there was actually a shift where they put me to wipe down the handles, and so basically anytime a cart attendant would bring in a cart into the store, I would spray it down with this liquid and I would disinfect it. In fact, a lot of people, when they would walk in, they would ask me to do it again, which was a little bit annoying because I felt like there was no difference. This stuff is really strong, and even I also thought it was kind of funny how I would use this really, really strong disinfectant, this really strong disinfectant in front of people, and they'll still take their little wet ones or the little wipes and just wipe down the handle even right after they saw me wipe it down. Listen, your little wet one has nothing on this liquid that I use. My goodness. You can use wet ones on your hands. You cannot use this liquid on your skin. It will burn you, I'm telling you. We were taking it very seriously. Also, I thought it was kind of funny how a lot of customers would come up and ask me to spray their hands with this liquid on multiple occasions, and I have to say, no, this stuff is literally industrial cleaner. It will burn you. And like this one lady like really insisted. She was like, it's okay, I have gloves, like just spray me. Miss ma'am, go wash your hands. Go wash your hands, or I don't know. Say hand sanitizer is really hard to get to come by now, but if you're really concerned about your gloves being infected, change your gloves, do something. But I was not able to spray these people. Like, some people even wanted me to spray their bare hands, and I'm like, no, I can't spray your bare hands. Other than that, The customers have been two types away. Most customers actually have been super lovely and super grateful that we are putting ourselves out there and that we're running the grocery store because we are needed. And there's also other types of customers who are super panicky, and they're super on edge, and sometimes they'll take it out on the associates. I remember this one lady came up to me and she asked me for a paper towel, and I was like, okay, sure, but just so you know, I've wiped down all the carts, so you don't need to worry about, you know, them being dirty. And she said, that's not what I asked, I want a paper towel. And you know, she just became really aggressive for me, and I was like, okay, that's fine, you know, I just wanted you to know I wiped it down. Just small things like that. No one has ever really been aggressive, but people are just very on edge. Like, I've seen a lot of people, you know, practicing the 6 feet rule, which is good. I feel like it's better to be on edge than not be on edge and be reckless. So, hey, I'll take it. But other than that, it's pretty different from before the pandemic. Before the pandemic, working at a grocery store and just retail in general, you never thought about where people have been before. I mean, not for me. I mean, when I was cashiering before the pandemic, I didn't use gloves, I didn't have a sneeze guard, I didn't have a mask. I would just scan everything like it was normal. And of course, if I would go eat, I would wash my hands, you know, practice normal hygiene. But yeah, like, now in this pandemic, I think about everything. And actually, we are not allowed to touch people's reusable grocery bags that they bring from home, because we don't know where those bags have been. So the baggers or the cashiers can't touch them. So if you go to a grocery store and usually the person who's bagging your grocery you will receive your bag, that's not the case anymore. At least for the store I work in, that's not the case anymore, because we don't know where you've been. You could have been near the virus. We don't know where those bags have been, so we can't touch them. But other than that, it's been not too bad. Texas in general hasn't been hit as strong as more dense areas like New York. Since Texas is so spread out, I feel like it's not so hectic like it is in the more smaller, concentrated in urban areas. But yes, I do wash my hands every chance I get. I disinfect my mask, I disinfect my apron. Also, the apron gives me peace of mind that, you know, if anyone's near me, at least my clothes are covered. In terms of the mask, I do not use the N95 mask. The grocery store provides similar masks. They're sort of like the knockoff version. Regardless, the N95 mask should be reserved for medical staff. Also, I always tend to use regular surgical masks. I know they're nowhere near as good as the N95 mask, but the surgical masks help me from not touching my face. I have the tendency to touch my face like a child. If it can help me from not doing that, I think that's a win. Also, I do wear glasses, and I always wear my glasses when I'm there if it can provide me any sort of eye protection. And other than that, it's been pretty okay. I'm not sure if we're ever going to enforce the 10 people rule. I mean, it's a grocery store. It would be really hard to enforce the 10 people rule, and it would take literally forever for anyone to go grocery shopping. So far, from what I see, it's a normal amount of people, if not more. We also do limit the amount of items people get. So when we get toilet paper in, you can only get like 3 packages of toilet paper. Soap, hand sanitizer, same thing. Waters, anything that's in high demand for the pandemic, we limit to 3. Other than that, that's what we're doing in terms of this pandemic. It is very scary because when I do get home, I have a family. I have a 2-year-old niece, that I come home to. And so basically when I come home, I take everything off. I spray my apron with isopropyl or rubbing alcohol. I put rubbing alcohol in a spritz bottle, so I basically just spray down my apron, I spray down my mask, and I clean up my glasses with cleaner, and then I take a shower. And for the final thing I want to say is please, please, please do not go to the grocery store if you are feeling sick, okay? For the love of God and everything that is good in the world, if you are not feeling well, stay at home. Use Instacart, get it delivered to you. Find a way to get your groceries, but please do not go to the grocery store if you are sick, if you are coughing, if you're sneezing. Stay at home, because you are putting so many people at risk. Not only are you putting the associates at risk, you're putting customers at risk. All types of customers come into the store. Elderly customers come into the store all the time. A lot of these elderly people do not have the immune system that the young people have, all right? Please, 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 if you're not feeling sick, send someone to get you your things, okay? And the associates are putting their butts on the line in order to run the store, in order for us to have food, water, basic necessities, all right? Do not go if you are sick. Do not cough on food. Do not cough on door handles. I will deck you if I find out that someone is coughing on food, or on door handles. If I find out that someone is coming into the store sick, I will track you down and I will deck you. Okay, that's it. Thank you.